Hey YouTube, welcome back to another beer review here at Thomas Opent, the rambling Dutch guy who just keeps on yapping and yapping and yapping about beers and really, apparently doesn't have anything better to do than talking to his camera phone and tell you guys what he thinks about a certain brew. Now, as most of you will probably know, when I do an English review, which I really know I need to do them a little bit more often, I like to focus on beers that are either Dutch or pretty local to Europe that might not be, the beers might not be very accessible worldwide. I have no idea what the deal is with this brewery when it comes to, for example, the UK or the US or whatever. I know that here in the Netherlands we can get them very easily. We're talking about some FrauGruber. We got some German craft beer in the house, some Deutsches Bier. The beers that I've had so far from FrauGruber have all been IPAs or New England style IPAs, and I believe I have one sour. I am not too sure. I should look that up on Untapped. But anyway, I figured we're gonna go for some India Pale Ale. We got a double dry hop, double India Pale Ale, and right now I have Wolfmother's Dimension stuck in my head because this beautiful looking can is called Dimension Shifter. Look at that. Does that just not remind you of the 80s? I mean, wow. I'm an 80s kid myself, born in 1982. I'm an actual 80s kid. I'm not one of those, I was born in 1890. I'm an 80s kid. I am a true hardcore 80s kid. Now, what we got here is, like I said, a double dry hop, double India Pale Ale. It comes in at 7.77 ABV. And yeah, the hops are Hersbrucke, Vic Siegfried, Brew 1, whatever, Chinook BBC, Centennial BBC. And we have barley malt, wheat malt, oat malt. Hell yeah. That should be great. That should be great. I have no idea we're talking about a hazy here, so I'm going to roll the can a little bit. It's shy under 2 months old right now, so it's not hella fresh, but it's also still more than fresh enough. This is not going to start to smell like old hops or whatever. It was canned on 15/4/19, and we're talking, we are, it's June 8th. Yeah, June 8th, 15, it was canned on April 15th, and it's June 8th now, so it's just shy of 2 months, and I'm really curious about this. The beers I've had so far from FrauGruber have all been pretty damned tasty. So I got my favorite IPA glass over here, and that thing is pouring. You know, it's got a decent haze. It's got a decent haze on it. Yeah, I would call that a pretty hazy motherfucker right over there. But just look at that. Just look at that beautiful head on that. You got some very thick, rocky bubbles on top and lovely, compact bubbles underneath. It's got that beautiful fruit juice, yellowish color that I just really love to see in my hazies. Now, told you before, I am not the biggest India Pale Ale man. When it comes to IPAs, yeah, I love them. I adore them. I love my hazies. I love my New England style IPAs, although I do really prefer my West Coasts. But at the end of the day, I'll choose my malty beers or yeast-driven beers over my hop-driven beers any day of the week. Just so you guys know. But anyway, this looks the part of a good hazy double dry hop, double India Pale Ale. So yeah, let's go to the nose. Let's see what she's got. I am quite psyched. Oh yeah, that is fruit juice. That is a lovely little fruit bomb. So you got most of the stone fruits that you're looking for. You got a little peach, you got a little bit of mango. There's a little bit of, there's definitely a little bit of pineapple in there, but there's also definitely a little bit of that pine going on. Just a little bit. It's not very piney or resiny at all. There's just a little hint of a little bit of, you know, piney, resiny action, but more than just keep things interesting. It's a little bit balanced and not just a juicy fruit sweet bomb of flavor. And that sentence didn't really work. There's a little bit of a pithy aroma there. You get a little bit of your orange rind. There's definitely a little bit of orange and tangerine going on. Yeah, it smells lovely. It smells great. This is pretty good. You might be able to hear the oven in the background humming away a little bit. I just got home like half an hour ago. I really needed a nice beer. I really needed something fresh and sweet and hopefully a little bit of zing in my brain. And yeah, lovely little double India Pale Ale. Really, really sounded great. I really wanted to do a review. I really wanted to do an English review. So FrauGruber here just sounded perfect for me. Let's go and take a sip. Cheers, guys. Oh, come on. First of all, mouthfeel. Mouthfeel is on point. It's luscious, it's full, it's creamy. There's a lovely little bittering going on in the back end. You get that oaty, weedy creaminess and a lovely bitter finish already with up front loads and loads of fruit. This is just loaded. Oh yeah. There's not a lot of caramel malt. There isn't any caramel in this, I believe. It just says barley malt. It doesn't have any of it. It has a sweetness, a little bit of a malt sweetness, a little bit of that sugary sweetness. Most of it, though, is really fruit juice sweetness, packing a punch there. It doesn't have a... I like a little bit of caramel in my IPAs. I like that caramel sweetness. So there's not really any of that. It's mostly... It's a sugary sweetness. It's definitely a sugary sweetness. It doesn't say anything about added... Does it? We'll have to. It's a German beer. It doesn't say anything about added sugars. It has a pronounced sugary sweetness. Like... But fruit sugars. I could have... This is one of those beers where people sometimes actually ask you, this must have been brewed with fruit. This has that sweetness. This thing has a nice little bittering in the back end, just a good hint of it, but most of all, it's just very sweet. It doesn't say so on the can, but I wouldn't be surprised when I add this one on Untapped, when I check it in, it's labeled as a New England style, because this is sweet New England style fruit juice all the way. And I'm digging it. It has the softest hint of astringency from the wheat malts, and just a very, very, very subtle little bit of chalkiness. It doesn't bother me. I've had a lot worse. I really have. Really. But mostly it's just this lingering little thing in the back. That soft chalkiness. But yeah, this is a great way to start the weekend. I mean, I had a lovely beer last night, a great little barrel-aged Imperial Stout, but usually my drinking for the weekend is, of course, on Saturday and Sunday, because those are my days off, and I had to work today on a Saturday. I was filling in for a coworker, which, of course, I really don't mind doing, but it meant that my first real beer of the weekend, as it feels to me, is this one, and it's a great little number to start off 2 days of doing nothing. Sweet, soft, juicy. You get. I wasn't going really into the most of the fruits. It's just that fruity. You know, you get that papaya, mango-y, stone fruit. You know, that sort of apricot, peach, all those, everything thrown together and blended together, and just you get this creamy amalgamation of every kind of stone fruit you could think of, with a little bit of that soft, pithy thing from some citrus. You know, you get a little bit of a tangerine thing going on, and it just complements everything, and I love it. I think it's great. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5. Might go, when I finish the can, I might go for a 4.25 on Untapped. I might. Depends on how the rest of the can goes. But right now, this thing is a solid 4 out of 5. I'm loving it. Can't wait to get my pizza going and chill out on the couch, watch a little movie. Oh yeah, this is good. That's it. Another review done and done. Hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, press the like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I I love comments. I love feedback. Drop a little comment. Have you ever heard of FrauGruber? What do you think of it? Dimension shifter. Have you ever had it? Good? Bad? What were your experiences with it? What's your favorite New England style IPA, or do you really, really hate them? Just, leave a comment in the comment section below. In the description box below the video, you'll find links to my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Untappd, where you'll find beers that I drink and have something to say about, but I don't review. And you'll find a link to the Dutch Beer Collective. Now, this is a Dutch website, but it's a sort of portal, a sort of thing where Beer Geek Holland, Dutch Beer Geek, and myself come together. And you can find links to all of our social media. You can find links to all of our newest reviews. You can find a little agenda where you can see which one of us is at which festival or maybe beer tasting or whatever local to you. So you can come and meet us, shake our hands, yell us in the face. What the hell do you think you guys are doing with these stupid reviews and making me waste my time watching you guys drink while we could be drinking ourselves? No, whatever. Go for it. Check us out. And I'll see you in another review. Cheers.